morning, viewers. We are so sorry for keeping you late. We are so sorry. We sincerely apologize. You're welcome to the John Mayaki Show. This morning is a morning special program, unlike the 2:30 p.m. program. Today, the John Mayaki Show is in Kogi State. Yeah, the show is in Kogi State to monitor projects being currently undertaken by the state government, Governor Yahaya Bello. And so we've gone around some part of the state and we saw a huge construction site. And so joining me this morning are some engineers, project directors that will be speaking directly to these projects and be telling us what exactly the people stand to benefit, when exactly they will be completed. We've seen road construction, we've seen hospital construction, we've seen flyover, we've seen a lot of things, including schools. And so this morning I am being joined by Engineer Kabir, Engineer Michael, Engineer Joseph. Good morning, guests.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Agada Joseph, you are an engineer?
Yes, I'm a
civil engineer. Please tell us about yourself.
A civil engineer.
Okay.
Kogi State origin and a couple of years in practice in the field and design industry, basically in Nigeria for the better part of 15 years now.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mr. Kabir?
Good morning, viewers. I'm Engineer Kabir Suleiman. I'm a civil engineer from Kogi State. I've been practicing for some couple of years now. So we are here to contribute a little quota to the estate.
It seems you are the lead
project, the lead project consultant in the state.
Okay, okay. Mr. Michael, sir?
Yes, good morning, viewers. I'm Beni Michael. I have a basic degree in quantity survey and a master degree in project management. I do more of consultancy, and we're just here to give our own contribution to the state.
Wonderful. That's quite great. Most importantly, I was in Kogi Central where I saw a massive construction of hospital. It's called Reference Hospital. Mr. Joseph Agada, can you give us a clue into that very hospital?
Okay, thank you very much. The Central Reference Hospital is positioned. At current start capacity, it's a minimum of 300 bed capacity hospital. It's a reference hospital around for about 500 kilometer radius. There's nothing like that within the country. I dare to say it's the most strategic hospital in the north central of Nigeria, and when completed, will serve both indigenes of Kogi State, the North Central, and Nigeria as a whole. It will stand as a center of medical tourism for Nigerians. You know the current state of medical exodus of both doctors and patients.
Yeah.
So with such a facility around, I mean that can become the thing of the past.
Wonderful.
Currently, we are approximately at 83% of completion, with the internal works ongoing, the external works ongoing, and God willing, by the end of November, we should see the commissioning of that project, amongst other projects. I dare say it's a very big project, because beyond the 300 capacity hospital, it is actually expandable to ×2 of its current size. So if you look around this radius I mentioned to you, you will find nothing before.
Wonderful. I also understand that you have oxygen plant over there and some other.
Yes. The idea of a reference hospital, you know, you have primary, you have tertiary, you have secondary medical facilities. This is a top-notch tertiary medical facility, and meaning it will have everything. The idea of reference meaning you will have all the other departments, from radiology, neonatal. In fact, I dare say you will have infants to the morgue, meaning they will be vet, they will be dead. Everything can happen. And for a central location like that, it's a reference hospital. every other primary and secondary medical institutions within the state and outside will be able to refer for specialist attention in that location.
Wonderful. Let me invite you to please call us. The lines are displayed on the screen. If you're watching us live from any part of the country, please call us and give us your contribution concerning Kogi State. The focus is Kogi State becoming a huge construction site. Again, I come back to you, Michael. Just one more. Tell us, are there other areas, are there other hospital projects in other parts of the state?
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If you go around Kogi State, centrally located, it's the big elephant in the room. That's why we refer to it severally. But beyond that, we also have something of that nature going on in Gegu. We also have something going on in renovations going on within the state capital of the remodeling of the specialist hospital within the state capital. It has been existing for so long, but a facelift was necessary to increase the capacity. Health is wealth, you know. So we have to concentrate so much on the health needs. If you go around Gegu, you have one. Around the Jakarta local government in Egain, you have one. You have in Anambra, you have in Isondu. You have it spread across all the tentacles of Kogi State to make medical needs very, very accessible. Good.
I'll be back to you, especially on that medical issue, hospital issues. Mr. Michael, we know you are so vast in terms of the educational provision of the governor and all of those. What is the major legacy project of the governor concerning education?
Okay. Good morning, viewers. Basically, I'll pick it up from the primary education, where Kogi is one of the top that is contributing to Suburb and UBEC projects. In fact, the 2021 cycle is in progress now. One cycle is in progress now, where we're looking at all schools in Kogi, all primary institutions for learning a new look. The parts where you see students sitting on the floor, all those things, I think they don't exist in Kogi. Moving to the secondary education, I think the governor is so passionate about science and technology. So our signature projects, we have the model science secondary school. We have the 2 prototypes ongoing simultaneously, one in Lokoja here and one in Okene. They are at mid-level stage right now. It is level stage right now. It is unique because these projects are all in one. The whole, unlike the school we know, now we have just one structure. It encompasses everything now we have just one structure. It encompasses everything you have to do in the school. We have 18 classrooms. We have about 9 laboratories. We have about 36 toilet facilities. The library, we have about 4 libraries. The whole staff, the whole school, it will be located in just one building. And we are looking at, by God's grace, January, December, we'll be inviting you over for inspection and commissioning. Moving, we have the old Government Girls College, Boroki. It's been totally overhauled. We have the community secondary school at Julu. In fact, the renovation is about 95% completed right now. We have lots of school works going around.
This very one on the Yahaya Bello, the GYB, where is it located?
There's one in Government Science Secondary, Government Day Secondary School at Dankulu. Then there's one located in Igura Community Secondary School, Gaminana. Then we have a third, like a sister school. It will be a CBT and Vocational Institute. It is located in Amco, in Okene.
Oh, thank you so very much. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Mr. Kabir, thank you so very much for this show. We sincerely appreciate the short time notice we gave to you and you were able to make it. Tell us, in terms of infrastructure, what is the state government doing? I see a lot of construction going on. I saw flyover, I saw roads here, everywhere.
Yeah, thank you, and good morning, viewers. Looking at the location of Kogi in the map of Nigeria, you see it is centrally located in the map of the country, and as such, it's linking to so many other states across the country. So in that regard, there is need to have an access route that will, lead to the state and that will convey people out of the state for both business purposes and for other reasons. So in the past, I think we have been kind of backward in terms of road infrastructure. But as it is now, His Excellency Yahaya Bello have come with a different motive to, lifting the status of Kogi road infrastructure to world class. That's where he came up with the idea of the flyover you see at Kanaya Junction. That flyover is meant to link Kogi State to the southeastern part of the country and the southern part of the country. It is well thought, and as you can see, the work is progressively moving very fast, and by November, December, hopefully, we're hoping the project will be completed. Far from that, we have about 30 sanitary districts in the state. We have the south, the east, the west, and the central. His Excellency thought it as well that it is not good you have just this infrastructure at the center of at the capital of the state. So he went ahead to distribute some 14.6 kilometers of road to each senatorial district to linking major towns and major villages in the state together.
Oh, each senatorial district has 14?
Yes, about 14.6 kilometers.
Okay.
Of road. Yes.
Okay.
So if you go to Kogi Central now,
is that in the first tenor or second tenor?
I think the project started slightly from first tenor, but now we are advancing towards completing every of those road infrastructure in the state now. Yes. So we go to the east, you will see a lot of massive road construction there. You go to the west, you see a lot of things. By the time you go there, you see things by yourself. I think Nigerians are beginning to have a better thought of His Excellency now. Yes.
I'll be back to you, especially in terms of giving us one or two areas, especially mention names of roads that have been done. I'll be back to you on that. Yes. Once more again, I want to say, if you have our phone numbers are displayed on the screen, please call us and tell us, share your thought with us, what you think about Kogi State. Is Kogi State working or not? We are in Kogi presently. We've gone around. We've seen a lot of work going on. We call it massive construction site. And so I come back to you, Mr. Joseph. Tell us again, in terms of delivering this project in record time, what do we expect?
Yes, thank you very much. Looking at the history of so many projects that have been left abandoned in the previous administrations and in fact countrywide, you will see the commitment, both body language as we used to say as Nigerians and financial commitment to execution of that the health-related projects through the Ministry of Health supervised by the Ministry of Works. This is an architecture that makes sure that on time and in good quality projects are delivered. Now there is a team. I will speak, we talk about the big guy in the room. Let's talk about the reference hospital.
Yeah.
There's a comprehensive team in different levels of hierarchy. With beyond the contractor, which is we also have the able consultants, which are taking care of in the presence of Engineer Kabir here. They are taking care of the consultancy part of the project. And within the consultancy part, there is an internal consultancy team ably set up by the Commissioner of Work, and reporting directly to His Excellency on the progress of work. And making sure that that timeline set is totally achievable. Cancelling all the bottlenecks and the loopholes to make sure that we get to the point at the right time. What is the essence of a very beautiful project if people don't get to use it? So these are the attempts, and we are open to every other method of achieving our goals in record time, because that's what counts.
Wonderful. I want to find out, is there a set timeline?
Yes.
In terms of the reference hospital?
Yes. Yes.
In terms of the reference hospital?
Yes, it is. And the reference hospital, God willing, like I said earlier, as I'm sure the viewers listen to that, by the end of November, we should be seen to be invited to do around.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'll be back to you again shortly. Viewers, kindly call us and tell us your view about Kogi State if it's working or not, if you think the governor needs to focus on another area. I was quite wondering, the ambitious projects of the governor, the massive hospital, the massive flyover, and some other roads ongoing. I was thinking, and the people keep saying the governor is not doing this, it's not doing that. Why do you think these flyovers, these roads, why do you think people are not saying them? What do you think? What is the problem?
I think if you look at the way things move in this country now, politically, you know, people wouldn't want to see the good thing you are doing if you are not on their right page.
Okay.
So I think that's just the problem. If not, Kogi is well situated in such a way that anything happening in the state, yes, it is seen all over the world. Except if you don't want to, believe it. You know, it is one thing to see it, and it's another for you to believe what you have seen. So whatever mindset you have had before you see anything is what you will always want to hear, you know. So Kogi is really working, and it is glaring.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, let's come back in terms of the roads now. Mention one or two in each of the senatorial districts.
Yes. We earlier talked about the flyover at Kanaya Junction, Lokoja, the state capital. We have Ekirinade in Kogi West, and I think we have about 54.6 kilometer road at Kogi East, particularly at linking Ayimba to Ida, and you have about 30 villages covered by this road. Then in Kogi Central we have Agatha Junction all the way. It crosses across the major market in Kogi Central to the express road leading to Auchi. Then we have another one, Agasa to Auchi road as well. We have other roads at Okine 2. We have Makaranta Road leading to Uma, that is towards Ekiti State or one of these neighboring states on the west.
Understood?
Yes. So we have so many other routes like that. These are the major ones, just to mention a few.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so very much. I am quite impressed. I think we will need you to take us to some of these roads so that we can see ourselves. I think that is possible.
There's no problem at all. Wonderful. We will see. You see it all by yourself.
Wonderful. Thank you. Mr. Michael, again, I discover there's another massive project going on in terms of education. The university. That's another ambitious project again.
Yes.
Yeah. What do we expect from there?
Okay. Basically, before getting to that,
yes,
you asked him why he thinks this project you are doing all over, it will be a success.
Yeah.
I think basically the reason why we're assured we'll see this project through at the desired time to the standard and within the budget is the mode of financing. Unlike other projects you have all over, where you source for money as the projects advances. Basically the concept in Kogi now is the money for those projects are available before even we commence those projects. As soon as the contractor raises his certificate, it is paid. I think those contractors, when interviewed, they will tell you. So I think this is the most important factor that will make this project come to reality. Going back to COSTECH, we call it the Confluence University of Science and Technology. It is perfectly situated in Osara. This is like within the industrial hub in Nigeria. We have the Obajana Dangote cement factory flanking it to the right. We have the Itape to the left. Then we have the Ajakuta Steel Company flanking it to the central. You know, basically these are industries that are technologically advanced. When you have students in this school that have practical experience from this industry, I think they will be second to none within the country. They can compete evenly with those abroad. So the COSTECH, the university is actually ongoing. It was remodeled. It was accreditation process going on. The school is on session. But we just advertised for about 4 faculties: the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of basic medical sciences, the Faculty of Computing and Informatics, then the University Library and the Senate Building. These are 5 gigantic projects. In fact, our procurement process is advanced level. Contractors will move to site, I think, as early as next month, and we have a very short period of time to deliver this project. You see, basically why we are more interested in science and technologies. Before now, all tertiary institutions, we are all from Kogi, we are all engineers, but we schooled outside. Because you have schools that do basically sciences and arts. You don't have colleges of engineering, you don't have school of medicine in any of our universities in the States. So it was a well thought idea by His Excellency that we have co-guides. I think when you go to schools like ATBU, ABU, you see co-guides. They are the bulk of the guys there. So why not do it here? And we are coming up with a template that it will be second to none. You see those buildings, they are advertised already. They are mega infrastructural projects.
Wow.
And we are looking at, within the shortest period of time, they will be put to use.
Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. So we are going to, basically in the next 6 months, 1 year, are you saying the governor will complete all of these projects before the tenure, the end of his tenure?
Just like I said, that's the unique factor that is ongoing in our project circle.
Okay.
It is our procurement process.
Yeah.
We don't source for money as it goes on.
Okay.
The administration has it well planned and thought of. We have produced a program of work that the contractor has to follow to the latter. These projects will be delivered within the estimated duration. That's why we have mega contractors. They are the one bidding for these jobs. We have the procedure in which we're selecting our contractors is a strenuous one. So it means you just have to deliver.
Yeah.
Unlike other projects where you see projects being abandoned after mobilization, we have put in place all safeguards.
Then why do you think the governor had to come up with this university where you have other other institutions in the state? We talk of strikes and all of those salaries and all of. What do you say?
I think
strike and
I think, to the best of my knowledge, there's no institution owned by Kogi that goes on strike.
Wonderful.
Since this administration, that's to the best of my knowledge. But COSTECH is unique in the sense that it is basically science and technology. You know, science is life. The way the world is advancing, it is basically technologically inclined. So it is well inclined. So it is well thought of that. Kogi we produce one of the most brilliant people in the country. They are from Kogi. You have aeronautic engineers of top-notch, they are co-guides. But you don't have a school that trains these people in Kogi. So it's just like a brain drain. You go to Kaduna, you school in Kaduna, you start residing in Kaduna, but you're from Kogi. So now the governor is thinking, okay, what can we do to put all this brain into use? Basically, that's why we have the model science secondary school. Unlike the conventional school, where you become a science student when you're in SS1, the model science secondary school is a start-up science school. You become a science student, you concentrate on sciences. It will act as a feeder school to COSTECH.
Wonderful.
So you become a sciences from day one, a science student from day one. You go to COSTECH in your chosen field of career. Top-notch staff are being recruited from all over the world. So I think it is just unique that way.
Wonderful. Let me quickly ask for the final time that can you give us some of the features of this model school, the laboratories and some of those features?
Okay, the model school has 18 classrooms, ABC per class. It has 8 laboratories within the building. It has an exam hall. We call it exam/assembly hall. It is a 1,200 seating capacity hall. It is indoor hall. We have the libraries. We have about 4 libraries. We have the biological library. We have the physics library. We have a courtyard within the school that is about 800 meters square in size, and all this will be in the same structure. The school is a 3-story building, of which we're looking at commissioning within the next 4 months.
Wow. Wow, that's quite great.
Something we
quite
forgot to
great.
mention.
I come back to you, Engineer Kabir.
Yes, sir.
Are there other projects in terms of civic?
That's
civic
what I was
center
coming to.
and tell us, give us.
Yes.
Apart from roads, I know you want to give us all the road network in the table.
Yes.
Give us other projects.
Yes, we have this project we call Civic Center.
Okay.
President Muhammad Buhari Civic Center, situated at Lokoja here. Work is ongoing there at an advanced stage too. I think by November, early November, I think that should be completed and put to use.
What capacity is it?
I think it's about 30,000 capacity, and you have all that the civic center is. A world-class civic center is expected to have.
Are you hopeful the president will commission that this year?
Very, very hopeful.
This
He
year?
will be here.
Wonderful.
We'll be inviting you for the ceremony, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Apart from the civic center, there's a rice mill somewhere.
Yeah, Omi rice mill at Kogi, Kogi West, particularly at Sonlu. It's a very, very mighty project too.
Rice mill.
Rice mill, functional rice mill.
Wow.
Confluence rice mill. I think it has one of the best rice in the country as we speak.
Owned by the state government.
Yes.
I'm employing people, and people are gainfully employed.
We will go there. I will take you
Please,
there.
I want to be there.
Yeah. It has one of the best rice in the country as we speak.
Owned by the state government.
Yes.
I'm employing people, and people are gainfully employed.
We will go there. I will take you
Please,
there.
I want to be there.
Yes.
I want to be there. Engineer Joseph again, give us your concluding word in terms of what the governor is doing in the health sector.
I will start that by saying that the importance of health infrastructure cannot be overemphasized.
Yeah.
Trying to go out there.
Yeah.
Mass exodus of
Yeah.
medical doctors. We have patients also trying to go out there. Mass exodus, meaning we have the sick people, we have the solution, but we have no infrastructure. You get the angular point. So the provision of medical infrastructure cannot be overemphasized. We are in a country where we should be infrastructure driven. A recent census in 2021 shows that we are number 14 worst medical country in Africa out of 18. With South Africa being the best, Uganda being the worst. Worldwide, we are number 44 out of 56 or so. So you see where we are and see the need for infrastructure. Our doctors treat our patients abroad.
I will come back to you. Let me pick this call. Hello? 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 Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You are on to the John Mayaki show. Yes.
Yeah, this is Carol calling from Benin City.
Calling from Benin City, okay.
Yes, this is a program, and your recent interview and documentary on Yahaya Bello has been mind-blowing.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Well,
Yeah.
previously, I was never a believer of Yahaya Bello because the media brainwashed a lot of people that it wasn't working. But from what you've shown us on your page, I'm still dumbstruck. I'm still surprised to see the massive project going on in Kogi State. The media brainwashed a lot of people that he has not been working, and that is truly false.
Wow.
So I really appreciate you for taking out time to show us this project. At least a lot of doubting from us like me that have been doubt about the governor in Edo State can now see and know and confirm that he's truly working.
Thank you so
I
much.
wish other governors, including my own governor, can emulate him, would have been better off by now.
Thank you so very much. We appreciate this call.
Have a great day.
Thank you so very much. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, this person said, this person called from Edo State saying she used to believe that the governor is not doing anything and due to the media coverage. and that today she's quite happy that a lot is going on, asking is her own state governor to emulate. Well, that's quite. I'm so sorry to cut you. You were saying something before this call came in.
It was a very encouraging call.
Yeah.
And I think I will digress a bit from what I was saying.
Okay.
Respond to this.
Yes.
Now, what makes functionality is the team. You can see the conscious effort of Kogi State Governor in this current dispensation to work with like minds, youths. Gone are those days where decayed minds make decisions. If you go through the length and breadth of Kogi State, like I have seen, you would find everyone in their active mind. No senile fellow in government, no senile contractor, no senile consultant. It's working with youth because the future belongs to us at the end of the day. And if we find some man, some person that is willing to carry the youths along against the normal odds or the normal chances of carrying old and aged people along, why won't we pray for him to get better and probably definitely get to the seat of power nationally, so that we can see an outpour of youths in positions of power. I dare to remind all of us that the presidents in the last 40 to 50 years, the Yakubu Gowons, new President Muhammadu Buhari, general at the time, were youths less than 35 years.
Don't you think people will accuse me of starting the campaign too early? We'll come back to that. Let me pick this call. We'll come back to that. Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. John.
Thank you so very much. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Michael and I'm calling from Edo State.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your show. You've been doing a very wonderful work. Just a quick one. Mine is a question. In the area of education, as far as Kogi State is concerned, I want to believe that it is not only about the structures. Now that the dates of the governors are still there, I want to ask, how well is the governor doing in terms of teachers' welfare and remuneration?
Teachers' welfare and remuneration?
Yes, how well is the governor doing in that aspect?
Okay. We'll get one of them to talk in that regard.
All right, thank you very much.
I so much appreciate this call. Thank you. You were saying something, and go ahead.
So back to the medical side. And we believe that creating of infrastructures for medical institutions and both tertiary, primary, and secondary, as we have seen, is very important. And whatever it takes is what the state is doing to make sure that in this tenure, their infrastructure is actualized.
Good.
And we as technical consultants, we are putting in our own quota to make sure that the projects are delivered on time and at the right quality.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. This question boils down to issue of taking care of the teachers, maybe salaries, and all of those. In my next program, before I leave Kogi State, I will be dealing on salaries. I understand, because not only pay salary and all of those. I want to really see if that is true. I want to get people to speak on that. Now, on teachers' welfare, what do you think about that, Engineer Michael?
Okay, basically, I don't think.
Because you mentioned that teachers don't go, schools don't go on strike.
Yes, that's where I was coming to.
All right.
I attended a public school in Kogi, St. Augustine's College, Kabwa, and I can't remember a time we did not go on strike. It is always a massive holiday for us, always. But to the best of my knowledge now, I don't think I'm in the key position to give a perfect answer to this question. But from what I know, since I've been in this state, I have not, both for primary, secondary, or the higher institutions, they have not gone on strike. I am aware that the Kogi State University, their session cycle is 9 months. They go on NYC every 9 months. So I think that answers the question. You don't go on strike. The students are coming out and flying colors. That means every other thing is being taken care of.
Oh, wonderful. Meaning if they are not on strike, meaning they are getting their pay. That's it.
They've been on strike for a very long time.
Okay.
That's it. Even the last ASU strike, I don't think there's any institution owned by Kogi that was part of it.
Wow.
The last ASU, the last Polytechnic strike, none.
Wonderful.
So I think that answers.
So beyond the structure that the governor is working on, the teachers' welfare is being taken care of.
I think the teachers' welfare, they are even taken care of before the structure come into place. They have the structure where the teachers are priority number one, their welfare, they have to be okay before the structure comes into place. That's why when you go to COSTEC today, you see the board, the management team, the vice chancellor, they're in place already. You see the level of welfare made available to them even before coming up with the faculties.
We come back to you on the last one on what you think Kogi people can do to encourage the governor before we round up. I come back to you shortly, my brother, to tell us what do you think is the way forward for in terms of infrastructure?
I think we're on the right track for that infrastructure in Kogi State. Having all these templates, taking care of all the existing roads, even establishing more. Like the Agasa road I told you about. I think to some extent, the road terminated at about some few kilometers. But when His Excellency came on board, he extended it to to exit at the federal road, along the road to Auchi Expressway. So I think that's a very, very good step in the right direction by His Excellency. So we are on top of the game as far as the infrastructure is concerned in Kogi State.
Wonderful. Thank you. Finally, what do you think will be yourself the advice you want to give to the people, and for you the support you think the people can give to the governor to make sure, you see, if the governor doesn't complete all of this, it is to the detriment of the people of the state. And so what do you think the people can do to make sure they benefit, they tap from the governor to benefit themselves? What do you think?
I think number one, we have to, if the governor is investing this much in infrastructure, we have to protect it jealously. That is number one. Number two, I think Kogites should rise up to, I call them political bullies, that come online and tell you Kogi is not doing projects like Lagos. I'm not a politician, but I do educative arguments and I criticize constructively. I come down, we look at the budget of Kogi. When Kogi State has a budget of less than 200 million, and you compare it to Kogi to states that earn 1.4 billion naira per day. And per day.
That's Lagos.
There are states that have budget of 500 billion naira. But I dare to tell you, Kogi is doing more with less in Nigeria today. Kogi is a state where you have the sense of belonging. I'm not an Ibiroman, and I'm here at my age. So you have the sense of belonging. It is a one family state. So as a Kogite, wherever I am, if the government is being criticized, I come to the table with facts. I don't just join the bandwagon because I'm not in the political class or the political family. So I think Kogites will do more to standing up to political bullies.
Thank you so very much. I want to find out from you before your last word. What do you think the citizens can do to take care of the roads in terms of drainage? A lot of people dump waste on the drainage and all of those. So you need to advise the people. Please keep all of this and make sure.
Yes, I think a lot of educative exercise will go on. Educating the locals as to how to manage the drains. They know before now, when there is a little, crisis anywhere, you see people burning fire on top of asphalt. That's what kills our road most in this country. So I think that has been taken care of over the years now since the coming of His Excellency Bello. So there has not been all that. So I'm very, very sure that by the time all these road infrastructures are completed, nobody would have that mind, a true born of Kogi would have the mind to come and do what would cause harm to projects that has engulfed, that the state has spent so much money on, like this.
Thank you.
Sorry, there was a question you asked earlier, and I've been having this mental thought about why Kogi projects are not being known all over as other states.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think, I've never seen Kogi sponsor a program on any national TV. Unlike other states, you come online, you see this state sponsoring a 1-hour program. I think Kogi has always believed in spending that money on the projects.
Yes.
And on taking it to media, you take tens of millions to show little. So I think when you do more, they will speak for themselves. They are speaking for themselves.
Yes.
So I think that's the reason why people don't.
I agree with you. I have not seen Kogi advert. I have not seen. The only advert I've seen about Kogi is when the governor was made APC, given a position in APC registration or so, and there was this massive campaign jingle asking the people to go and register with the APC and all of those. I saw that. But on project I have not seen. And so last word from you, support for the governor. What do you think the people can do?
I think someone that, like I was saying earlier, someone that has positioned himself to bring out the best out of the state when given the rare opportunity, I must say, must be encouraged. And I would go to professionals, like he said earlier, our educational system does not allow for technical heads to be bred within the state. We have to all travel outside the state, outside the country to get this knowledge. I would advise and I would seek that if, as a technical person, engineers, as a professional basically, medical doctors, lawyers, engineers, quantity surveyors, architects, whenever you have the opportunity, please make an effort, like we all have, to contribute to the state. That is a very, 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 very short and brief advice and last word I'd like to share.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, viewers, and those who call in. Want to appreciate you for those contributions. We will be inspecting more projects in Kogi State, and I will be feeding you back on what exactly is going on in Kogi State. I have seen myself that Kogi is a huge construction site, and I'm going to bring more details about all those. Until we come your way again, please keep safe. Thank you so very much.